So now we're going to just basically borrow some USDC, and that's the APY, and it's about 2.41% on a variable rate. And you can either do a variable or stable. I would, I think that the most appealing it's the variable because it can vary from day to day, and you can get way more than 5% if there's a lot of demand for, uh, USDC. However, if there's a lot of supply, that APY will be low. So here it's really depends on what you want to earn. So there's these two variables, and then we can also see the alt factor. This is a very important metric, and it's important to have an attention. The alt factor is what's going to essentially tell us if we're going to get liquidated or not. So the higher is the value, the safer is the state of your funds against any liquidation scenario. If the alt factor reaches 1, you will get liquidated, and you'll just basically will be triggered automatically. So it's very important to keep an eye on it. And essentially, it's the collateral value versus the borrow that can reduce by 1 out of the 2, which is the metric. So here you want to ensure that it's always above 1, so you don't trigger a liquidation event. And of course, if you're supplying if you're using as collateral a very volatile asset, this can really impact this metric. So always keep an eye on this. Okay, so let's borrow about 10 USDC. Is right now calculating the gas fee. Since we are operating on Polygon, it should be about really like just a couple cents, which is going to make it really cheap to transact with. So I acknowledge the risks involved. Make sure you click on that check mark, and let's borrow that USDC. It's going to take about 5 cents to execute this smart contract of gas fees on Polygon. And here we go, final confirmation window, and it's borrowing that USDC. So let's just give it a minute or two. Sometimes it can take some time to process the transaction on Polygon, but it's really fast, nothing compared to Ethereum. So there you go. Click on add to wallet so you can see it on your MetaMask. It's going to show up that 10 USDC that you borrowed, and you can go now and use it for yield farming, or you can use it even to pay bills essentially because it's USDC. Okay, here we have our dashboard, and as you can see, there's the alt factor. It's 1.23. So again, if it drops below 1, I'm going to get liquidated. So this is very important to keep an eye on at all times. Visit learn.blockchainedu.org to learn more about this and other topics.